So it's Cody Mack here with What's the Word? And I'm chilling here with Mr. Anderson Paak, aka Mr. Breezy Lovejoy. What's going on, man?
And shit, man. Good to be in Chi-Town.
Alright, man. So for the audience that don't know who you are, explain to yourself, who are you?
I'm a musician. I'm a drummer. I'm from Oxnard, California. And I've been doing music for like, man, I don't know, 12 plus years. And I'm signed to Dre, and I'm about to drop one of the craziest albums on November 16th. It's gonna be called Oxnard.
So the Oxnard album, man, 'cause the Malibu album was tight.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people was like, yo, that was in like that was 2016. They was like, yo, the Anderson Paak album was probably the album of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you dropped your album, I want to say, before you was announced on the freshman cover, right? Or,
I think so.
Yeah, the album was already out before they even named you a freshman.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So how was that experience?
It was crazy. Like when we dropped that album, everything was moving like a mile a minute. That was like the first album that really, like we was getting a lot of recognition for. We was touring heavy, was doing a lot of like performances and different things, getting a lot of accolades. So it was dope to see that something we put out was really like resonating with the people. Because before I put that out, I was kind of like hesitant. I didn't know how it was going to be received. So it was awesome. And then just that whole process, looking back on it, it was just a crazy blur.
Okay. So how does this album differ from your previous two projects?
I always say like every album's a little different, you know, like we're trying to do something different on each one. But I think this one has a lot more grit, a lot more cojones. I'm doing more rapping too on this one, and obviously been working with Dre. You know what I'm saying? He was like the main producer on the whole album. He mixed the whole project. So the album just got some real like oomph to it. And also we did a lot of this album while we were touring. So it was like coming back from touring, seeing the world, and we would come back and work on it, then go back on tour, and come back and work on it. Before Malibu, it was like we weren't doing too much touring. It was just like all focused on it, and then from there it took us all around the world. So yeah, that was pretty much it. You know, with Malibu, we didn't have like a lot of things that we have now. And like I like to say, for this album, it's like same man, new car.
Okay, you got the new car thing going on. So you mentioned working with Dr. Dre. I know the world know the story about how you guys got connected. I've heard that Dr. Dre is probably one of the hardest people to work with because he wants perfection.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, what was like the craziest studio session between you and Dr. Dre?
Every studio session. I mean, the thing is, like, not everybody's into being coached. You know, some people think they got it all, they know it all, so they just want to get in there and lay it quick and be done with it and move on to the next. I was like that too, but I don't know. I liked working with him because I always thought it brought the best out of me. And then after we got our chemistry together, it was just like we moved really fast. We knew what each other was looking for the album, so it wasn't really tough working with him. It was like always excited to see what we were gonna come up with. You know, the only thing is like, I think sometimes he has a hard time like letting go and believing that this is dope, you know? Like he's really hard on himself. So it was cool that he had a lot of trust in me and being like, yo, your call, AP, what you think? He always asks that, like, what you think of it? You know, you like this? You won't be feeling it? And it's like, it's up to me to really be confident in my vision and tell him like, I'm feeling this or I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Give me a story when it was like you and him bump heads or something like crazy. We're not like fighting, but it was like creative thing.
You know, it was never like really about in the creative process, but after the fact, when it came down to mixing or what song we should put out first, there was a little bit of like discrepancies. You know, he was thinking maybe we should put so and so. He wanted to put out Left to Right first, and I was like, no, we gotta put out Tense first. We gotta put out like something kind of more familiar, two-step music first, and then we can go anywhere from there. And then even with the mixes, like he was like, I think he wanted a little bit of a more like brighter mix, and it was just kind of like meeting him halfway with what I liked and what I wanted for the mix and what he liked.
Okay. All right, so it seems like for you to be so locked in and work with a guy as serious as Dr. Dre, I seen and read somewhere when you first started doing music, you said you didn't really take it serious.
When I first started?
Like you said, you didn't take it serious, right?
Yeah, that's the whole thing about like Anderson Paak and the whole dot for detail, you know, came from. Like before, I thought I was taking it serious. I thought I had work ethic, but I didn't. I was doing a lot of different things, just kind of running in place and playing for this person and then going to this party. And then like just no focus. And so the homie at the time, my mentor, was just like, man, you need to just lock yourself in a room and work on your craft and stop worrying about everybody else's, situation, and worry about yourself. And just put everything you have into it. Don't do no partying. Don't do no playing for anybody. I thought I was gonna be drumming for so and so and producing for so and so, but I had to really lock myself in a room and work on my stuff. And then after that, I changed my name to Anderson Paak and put that dot to remind myself, like, it takes work ethic to get anywhere. It's not just gonna be you're not going to be given everything just based off your talent. So it was like once I realized that, I put the dot to always remind me of that.